Well, we're going to begin very soon jumping into a sermon series at Marco Presbyterian Church where we will be unpacking what God has to say in His wisdom about all kinds of parts of life, like family and children. And I know that Pastor Steve's even working on a sermon on procrastination. I don't know if you do that, but I definitely procrastinate sometimes. And the Bible addresses our hearts and our minds in regard to those very real issues. And so what we're going to do is jump into this sermon series on wisdom. I wonder if you would come with us and even give us feedback. What might you like to be addressed through the books of wisdom? Those are things like Psalms and Proverbs and Ecclesiastes and Lamentations and other places in the Bible that give us wisdom about what God says about His world. It's an amazing world. It's a complex world. And as we gain wisdom, we gain success in living. You might even define wisdom as skill in Christian living because we believe that God made this world. Now, in Ecclesiastes, there's an amazing part of wisdom that he unloads. He says this: what is crooked cannot be made straight, what is lacking cannot be counted. And so the author of Ecclesiastes, who's called the preacher sometimes, he says, I've acquired great wisdom, surpassing all who were over Jerusalem before me, and my heart has had great experience of wisdom and knowledge. And I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness, and to know folly. I perceived that this also is but a striving after the wind, for in much wisdom is much vexation, and he who increases knowledge increases sorrow. And so as we jump into this sermon series on wisdom in the coming weeks, what we want to do is look to those who've gone before us and see that even in their gaining of knowledge and wisdom, they found vexation, which helps us to see that our hope, it's not in our knowledge, and it's not even in our wisdom, but it's in something else. And so the book of Proverbs, and then especially the book of Ecclesiastes, will continue to point the attention to the reality that our greatest hope is not in knowledge and wisdom here, but rather it's in something else. It's sort of a foreshadow, a picture beforehand of what is our hope. We believe as Christians that that's Jesus Himself. And so even in the book of Proverbs, which is here in the Old Testament, we'll be looking for Jesus. We'll be asking the question, where is our hope? How can we find Jesus, our hope, in the midst of this particular place? And so again, we would welcome you on this journey through Proverbs and Ecclesiastes, the books of wisdom, as we look for wisdom in this time of COVID-19 so that we might actually see more clearly our true hope, which is Jesus Himself.